Hi guys, it's Weta and I'm here with a journal page for Rachel Black's Artful Evidence. The prompt was glitter and I wanted to do a snowflake. I didn't have any dies or stamps or anything, so I just made the type of paper snowflake that we made when we were kids and sized it for a 6x6 sheet of paper, and I cut it out. I'm using 3 different colors of watercolor pencils, but 2 shades in each color. The colors are blue, purple, and gray, and I'm going to do some negative painting. So I'm just tracing, or not tracing, but outlining around the outside and also the little inside cutouts of the snowflake, and going around alternating the different color pencils. And one thing that is important is that I am using student grade pencils here, because later on I dip them in water to use them, and I apply water directly to the tips, which for some of your nicer pencils I don't think you would want to do that, but these are just student grade and it worked really well. And once there, you can see I'm going around and doing the negative space painting, and to get more intense colors in some areas you'll find that I am applying water directly to the tip of the pencil, and later on I outline the snowflake and I actually dip the pencil in water to get a really heavy dark line that I'm after. I love this method. I love negative painting. I like the way that it highlights the figure by coloring the background. And this is a super forgiving method because I'm going to cover the entire thing with glitter, and that means that little imperfections really don't show up. So it was a very relaxing, fun activity to do. I did lose some footage, and I apologize for that. I make a little tag that says sparkle, and I lost the footage of me making the tag. I thought I was recording, and evidently I wasn't. And the only tricky thing about it at all was I'm using double stick tape. It's really, yeah, it's 6-inch wide tape, but it's double stick tape. And I used scalloped scissors to cut the tag out that says sparkle. And you can't cut the tape with the scalloped scissors, so I just cut the tape close with straight scissors and then folded it underneath the tag. That's the only real trick to it. The tag is just, I stamped out sparkle, I embossed it in purple, then cut it out with scallop scissors, applied the double stick tape, cut the tape close to the scallops and tucked it underneath, and it worked out great. So that, I wish I had the footage of me doing that, and I do apologize. I thought I was recording that. That to me was probably, it wasn't a tricky part, but it was a part that I had to think through, because again, those scissors would not cut that double stick tape at all. This was a fun little project in that for the most part I'm just using plain old ordinary simple, nothing special needed. The die being, I didn't use a die, I didn't use a stamp, I just used watercolor pencils. I used those old school scallop scissors that everybody used to have for scrapbooking and stamping way back in the day. The one thing that was special is this year I treated myself and I got a roll of 6-inch wide double stick tape just so I could do cards and activities just like this one, where I'm going to put the tape over the whole thing and then cover it with glitter. Made it really, really pretty. The glitter that I used is absolutely nothing special. In fact, it is left over from prom decorations over 20 years ago. So very old. It is clear. It doesn't have an AB finish. It doesn't have silver lining on it. Nothing iridescent. It's just plain tiny little pieces of white plastic but it turned out so pretty. And then I used, you'll see, I don't even remember what they're called. They're not rhinestones. I can't even think of what they're called. They're little gems, fake little gems. Oh, I've gone brain dead. Anyway, it was a nice project that used some stuff that I had laying around, and but I was totally excited to use the double stick tape. So, and here I wasn't sure that I really wanted gray, but I didn't want everything to be highly colored, so I tried to choose cool colors. Here's where I'm actually dipping my watercolor pencils into water because it gave me a solid, heavier line, and I'm outlining the card in it. It gave me a solid, heavier line, and I outlined the entire card with the purple, and then I outlined the snowflake the same way by dipping my pencils into the water and going over it, because it gives it a nice, heavy, liquid line. It doesn't look like pencil. It does look like paint, and it made the snowflake stand out a lot more than just regular negative painting would. I like how negative painting highlights the item that you're painting around, but I was afraid that looking at it through a haze of glitter, it would lose some of that impact, and so I decided in the end to go ahead and outline around the snowflake as well. And I'm glad that I did. It turns out nicely, and I don't think I have footage of that. I cut it out. I figured you didn't need to see me doing that. You can see here how I'm fussing with outlining the snowflake card itself. And so there it is. I've outlined everything, and it looks a little heavy in some spots, but once it dries that fades a little bit, and then when we put the glitter over it, and there we are. And that's the super fun glitter, super fun double stick tape I was so happy to get. And I didn't have my non-stick scissors, so I need to get those and move those to my crafting area. But I'm I'm fighting with the double stick tape, so Teflon coated scissors would have been really nice to use right here. But this is why I say the scallop scissors wouldn't even cut. This is very nice, strong double stick, and the scallop scissors wouldn't even cut this tape, so I had to, there we go. And it kept trying to stick to my hands, but there's just that cheap, and I know it looks sparkly here, it is, but it's just absolutely clear. There's nothing to it. There I'm taking the backing paper and trying to really rub in very well, and I'm smoothing the sides, but I'm trying to make sure that I have the glitter pressed heavily into the tape. This was fun, and it looks like it's got an AB finish, but honestly that's just plain clear, and it's not microfine or anything. So then I gathered up some gems and was kind of looking to see, okay, what do I want to do with those? Where do I want to put them? Now, I stamped that, embossed it, and cut it out. I went over it with the marker, a purple marker, so it would stand out a little bit more. It's a glitter marker, and even though it's embossed, it needed just a little bit more, especially since I was going to cover it with glitter. And again, I used those old-fashioned sort of scallop scissors to cut this out. Stuck the tape to it, covered it in glitter, and then folded the tape back so that, I don't know how to describe that, just folded it to the back side, because my scissors wouldn't cut the scallops. The scallop scissors wouldn't cut the glue, I'm sorry, wouldn't cut that double stick. So there it is, and I thought I was taping that, but evidently my camera cut off. And there I'm just gluing the little gems down, and that's it. And this was super fun. I enjoyed doing this so much. Thank you for being with me as I go through this. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button and subscribe for more. and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.